Whoopi Goldberg is getting all defensive because she's getting dragged over the fact that her name is mentioned. My friend, you get treated the way you treated President Trump.
I think the part most people like myself are looking for is an accountability for the people that had a depth of relationship, the timing of that relationship, and the nature of that relationship. Nobody wants to know that young girls were victimized, and because of power and money, people turned their cheek. Like, was this covered up? I think it's no one should be above scrutiny, no amount of status should soften abuse, and no system should protect the powerful over victims.
Now, you, my dear, is entitled to the same treatment that you've given everybody else, all of the Republicans, including President Trump, and accusing them of doing things. But you called for the files to be released, the files were released, and you all are mentioned. So I don't care who you are, celebrity or not. If you hurt a child or if you knew about children being hurt, you should be held accountable. Now, the same way you guys push for cancel culture, I think that Whoopi Goldberg, you might want to think continuing on as a host of The View, because your name is all over those files. And there's no way, and I'm not accusing you of doing anything because you have a right to defend yourself, but there's no way that you guys have partied, went to the island, and did not know. Come on now. Come on. It was very obvious. A handful of you all knew what was going on, and that's why you all are coming down on Nicki Minaj, because she's exposing everything. And I'm going to say this, by the grace of God, I hope that Nicki Minaj is protected and covered in the blood of Jesus, her and her family, and I hope that President Trump protects Nicki Minaj and her family, because there are things that she's about to expose, and you guys don't want her talking. Hence, this is why you're running multiple smear campaigns on her.
Yeah, it is actually embarrassing sometimes to watch these people. Like, seriously, Whoopi and the entire crew spend time, calling out Trump, 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 every single day. Now, it is being reported that Whoopi's name is on that file. Whoopi came out to clarify, to talk about this. I don't know if this is just the moment the View is realizing that your name can be on those files without any incriminating evidence or incriminating things about you. Yeah, it is now they're realizing it. For years, when they say, Trump name has been mentioned how many times, but there is no criminal activities or his name, these people will refuse. But because it is their person, they will always struggle now to change the narrative. If you don't realize, they now agree that Trump being in that files might actually be that he didn't commit any crime. Not only him, there are a lot of people, they are acknowledging that. That should tell you the level of hypocrisy with The View.
Why doesn't this guy Comer want the Clintons to testify in public if that's true?
Well, I mean, you have to have a deposition first. It's what happened in Jack Smith. So having a deposition, and that deposition will be made public because the Clintons are, in fact, trying to twist things and get sound bites from a public hearing. So having a deposition allows each individual to have different members of their teams in there asking the right questions, the hard questions, to then gather it for
Do you want to see the whole thing on television, their whole testimony? Because
yes.
I do.
Yes, I do.
And that's what would happen with a public hearing. And I think that's what the Clintons are asking for. What the government is asking for and what the Republicans are asking for is more in line with what you're suggesting, Savannah. A private, closed-door deposition, and then bits and pieces get to dribble out. I, myself, would prefer to see a public hearing. And what I also would like to see is not only transparency, but even-handed dealing with different people. You have several people that have been subpoenaed by Congress. Many of them have been allowed to just provide either a deposition or an affidavit, and then the subpoenas have been released. The Clintons have both provided affidavits, yet they still want them to come behind closed doors, and be deposed. I say no.
Yeah.
The Clintons have done everything that everybody else has done. Now, let's make it public. Let's hear it.
Who makes that decision, though, Sonny?
It would be Congress. And the other thing that I will say, just to put a button on it, we're saying, okay, 3 million documents have been released. Well, there are 6 million documents that exist.
But
where are the
also...
other 3 million documents? If we're talking about transparency, let's see them all. Let's see
I would say that 3.5 million documents are transparent. A lot of things that aren't being put out are being held up by the courts in there that they're trying to hold out. There's a lot of things that are being held out. And the last administration very well could have put all this out there. If they thought they had a smoking gun for the president, they would have put it out here before the election.
They could have put it out. It crosses administrations. The fault is on multiple administrations. But the thing that makes me lose some trust in what you're saying is that they've also released victim names and they've covered up offenders.
That's the issue.
So that kind of oopsie to me, like, makes me more suspicious. It's like they keep putting more smoke, and then you're like, where's the fire? What are you hiding?
I think it's also hard, though, when you have victims who are coming out publicly speaking and telling their stories and doing press conferences. So they're taking a hold of their story, so it's hard when there are some names that come out. Yes, that's their...
Now, in the name of transparency, can you put up, my name is in the files? Yes. And what does it say? It says, Whoopi needs a plane to get to Monaco. John Lennon's charity, it should say Julian Lennon's charity.
Yes, Savannah actually did a great job here, you know, replying these people. When you take a look at what she did here, just calling out their hypocrisy, you know, their lies, you know, upon... That was amazing. They will say something thinking, oh, if it's Alisa will not counteract like this. But this lady is different from my observations. If you have not noticed, there are many instances here that will bring out things that, oh, she will just bring out good points that everyone can easily relate and end them. You are talking about, oh, they did not redact all the... Why are they redacting names? Why are they doing this? Why have they not released all the files? The previous administration did nothing. They did not even try to release a single file or to even talk about this. Why can't these people go back in time and call them out? Like, this is wrong. Why is that they never did that? Trump has released this number. I appreciate them for what they've put out. Yeah, if the next administration comes in, continue to push, yeah, maybe the courts might allow that some of these should be released. Like I've seen, they're saying there are a lot of videos that you cannot even, especially this, I don't really want to go deep into that. At some point, appreciate the leader they have done. Yeah, give them the credit. I don't really want to go into how the manners in which they took to actually carry this out. I don't want to go into that. The View is known for this. They always twist the truth. If it doesn't favor them, they will always twist it to make it look like, oh, you actually did something or say something ridiculous. Especially Republicans. Now this issue of testifying, because they want to have this soundbite, they should do a public hearing so that they can pick up videos or start talking about the president. You know, these are the kind of things they want to do. Forgetting that this is the president, former president, that is to testify. So there are just a lot of these people that I see on a daily basis. I would not even like to react. I just wanted to show you of this part. Savannah actually here. She is amazing. Thank you guys for always being sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clip you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm.
Gervais once told the award show crowd, "Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people."
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
Right?
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and...
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see
it is
them
coming.
get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
So you and your husband were friends.
Everybody knew that wasn't true. A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on zone. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy. There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.